We're going to try to achieve this eye onto this eye. We're going to start off with primer. I'm going to use the AB. Wow. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills primer, and this is their only primer. And that's how it looks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in a little plate thingy like this. This is just a lid from the Bath and Body Works. And I'm going to pour it on here because this is a very defected primer. When they sent it to me, it was very, very liquidy, like you can tell right here. So they sent me a new one. Basically, apply this all over the lid, but then I'm gonna go in with a different brush to diffuse it and smooth it out. And this primer does dry down, so be aware of this type of primer. Unless you're going for like a very, very tacky primer, you can use the P. Louise base. I'm gonna take the MAC Studio Fix powder plus foundation, and this is that's how it looks. I'm going to use the shade NW10, and I'm going to just pack it into the crease area. Don't worry about the harsh edges. You're gonna cover that up with foundation. I'm gonna go in with this palette by Kalon Kosmetics. This is Celestial Thunder. This is the one that I got in my BoxyCharm. I believe this was the November BoxyCharm. I'm really excited to try this out a lot more because these shadows are so pigmented. Like, you don't understand how well this is. And this is just a smaller palette from the BoxyCharm box, so imagine how the larger one is. So I'm gonna pick up the shade Lucid Dream, and I'm gonna pick it up with the Morphe M506 brush. It's really small and tapered, and I'm going to go in to my crease area with this. And don't worry if you get fallout, that's okay. We're gonna clean it up anyways. So you can blend this in or tap it in to push that product more inwards. And we're gonna build this up until we get like a very vibrant, bold pink shadow. Not a red, more pink. Because sometimes when you use certain shadows, they come off a certain different color. This one, it is exactly like what it is in the pan, and that's exactly how I like shadows to be. I don't like when they change colors in a way where it's like doesn't look exactly like the pan. I'm going to just wing this because I want to create this type of wing. So to do that, you just kind of, you know, wing it out like as you would with a wing liner. And to your satisfaction, however you feel the eyeshadow is, if you like it like this, then you can move on to blending it out and making it more feather-like. So what I mean, like making it smooth. So to blend out the harsh edges, I'm going to take this brush by Blank Canvas. This is the brush E10. This is one of my favorites, and unfortunately it did stain when I used a different shadow from another palette. So it's already this color, which is, I guess, good, but not good at the same time. And I'm going to just blend the edges. I'm not picking up any extra product. I'm just blending it out because I want it to be a transition naturally with the shade. So it does transition to like a very light shade, a very light pink. And I think it's beautiful that way because I don't need to go in with another shadow to give me that color. So that's just a preference. You don't have to do this. You can add another shade if you want to, but you know, I'm showing you how I did this look. With my unicorn little taper brush like this, I'm going to pick up the shade Storm Dust, and this is very, very pigmented, and you'll see how this kind of changes the look a little bit. So I'm going to apply that right in the socket of my crease. I'm going to apply that right in the socket right here, like where the bone is at that you have on your eye, like that's where you want to apply it. And you want to apply it like a little bit under that pink shade, so that it is going from like this, what kind of shade is this? This is like a chocolate brown, like a milk brown, milk chocolate brown. To me, it's like that chocolate orangey brown. That's what it reminds me of, because there's some warmth in that shade, and I really like how this kind of looks with the pink, you know? Like, I think when she made this palette, she knew what goes with what, because they kind of all go together, even that blue. And then I'm taking the same Morphe brush with no extra product, just to blend out that pink with the brown shade. But I'm not blending them all together, I'm just blending the top and the edges. I'm gonna clean up where that fallout is at, and then on the edge too, so when I do my cut crease, it will be a lot easier. A lot easier. Okay, and then I'm going to clean up the lid with a little baby wipe. Not the entire lid, because I do want to cut the crease, and I don't know how to do that with this. I'm gonna go in with the P. Louise base in the shade Rumors 0.5. This is the lightest one in their collection, and I'm going to use this to cut the crease and apply all over the lid. Okay, now I'm going to take the ABH primer again, and I'm going to tap that onto the lid so that I can apply the shimmer shade from the palette, so it has something to adhere to. With the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe collection, this is the JH42 brush. I'm going to use this shade to pack on that eyeshadow named Eternal Light, and I'm going to apply that all over the lid, stopping where that curve right here, just like I did it with this one. I'm going to do the same thing on this eye. And then to really bump it up, I'm going to use the City Colors Fairy Lights Liquid Glitter Eyeshadow. And this one is in the shade Realm. And I'm going to use this very light shimmery one. And it does feel like the Stila Glitter Magnificent ones. Like, they feel like that, but they're not super pigmented as the Stila ones. But this is like a dupe, a drugstore alternative, and I'm going to just pick that up with my finger and tap it onto the lid without, you know, being too precise about it. I'm just tapping it on there just to give it like more of a glittery effect if you really want to take it to the next level. It's super pretty, and that's how it looks on the back of my hand. In person, it looks way better. Like, these lights freaking suck. They don't even pick up how beautiful this is. Like, this has like different types of shades, like gold and purple and some greens in there. It's really beautiful. Okay, with the eyeliner part, I'm going to use the Maybelline Master Precise All Day Liquid Liner, and this is in the shade black, and I'm going to just tight line the top of my eye and just not doing a wing. That's the only thing I'm doing different, just so that I can have a base for my lashes. This is just the one that I got in a goodie bag from Ulta. For my lashes, I'm going to take the Shopmimiartistry in the style Baddie, and these are mink lashes. You can use different lashes if you want to. I'm going to go with something dramatic, but yet I can still see the eye makeup and making sure that it's not covering it at all. While I let the glue get a little tacky, I'm going to curl my natural lashes, and I am going to apply some mascara. I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise in the shade Black is Black. All right. My hair is a complete mess. That's because I'm gonna film a video on how I straighten my hair, but I'm gonna be using a new tool, so you'll see that pretty soon. So let's jump into the base, the canvas. So I'm gonna start off with primer. Well, I already did primer. I used the City Color Hydrate Me primer, and this is, it feels like a moisturizer, but I like it. And then I used the Shane Dawson Diet Shane lip balm, so it's pretty nice. I feel like my lips are hydrated. I'm gonna lower because my baby hairs are out of control. Okay, so I'm gonna just go on. Okay, so I do want to apply a little bit more primer. I'm gonna use a, let's see, I'm gonna use the Too Faced Hangover primer, and let's see how this is gonna work. We're gonna put it like in the main T-zone and on my chin, because my chin has been a bit dry, and it does emphasize like the dryness there, since I have like this line here. A little bit on the forehead. I don't really get dry up there, like it gets a little bit oily, but it doesn't matter because it's now cold. It's been super cold, like it's been in the 20s at first. Ooh, what is that? So I'm gonna use the NARS Radiant Natural Radiant foundation. This is my favorite. I've talked about this many times, but I forgot to do a favorites video for the beginning of December, and I'm just gonna have to wait until January. I'm not gonna do like a yearly favorites. I feel like, first off, that's a lot to kind of accumulate after, you know, trying to figure out what's your favorite. And it's like I haven't really found like a lot of favorites. I found a few, but it's not enough like for an actual yearly favorites. And let me get my foundation brush. I'm going to lighten this up because it's a little too dark right now. This is my summer shade. So I'm using this Catrice Cosmetics Prime and Fine Makeup Transformer, and this is to lighten your foundation. I feel like my camera hasn't been focusing. There we go. It's not like I'm going out, but I am going to be filming a couple of videos, so I need to look pretty decent. That wasn't enough. Yeah, I just feel like I haven't really found a lot of favorites this year, because I've been like going through so many products to review and to try out, and then at one point like I just didn't want to like film anything. I just been in a makeup rut, filming rut. Like I've hit walls with that. Like it's been very, very frustrating, and I feel like at one point I was doing so good with posting, and then it just like life happened, and then I stopped posting, and then that's when like my content, my engagement went pretty low, and I'm disappointed about that. So I'm gonna use a foundation brush. This is the one that I had shown in my recent haul from Ulta. I did a lot of Ulta ones, but this one is the one that is like the most recent, and this is how it looks. And I'm gonna wet this. So let's do that out. Yeah, I feel like my engagement has been slacking a lot on YouTube. I feel like it's been pretty good on Instagram, but not on YouTube. And I feel really sad about that because I felt like there was a lot of people that was engaging and I had a lot more views. And I know it's also with YouTube, but I feel like part of it is also me. And I want to like get back into filming more and posting consistently, because that's the thing. It's about being consistent, and I am so not good with that. Some of you guys already know, like, I go through phases where, like, moment that I start filming and I'm like doing really, really good, and then next thing you know, like, life happens or my depression kicks in and it just makes me so unmotivated to film and to put out content, like on Instagram, on YouTube, stuff like that. Like the NARS one, of course, is NARS, but if you like the NARS Sheer Glow one, you need to try this one. And I've tried the All Luminous one a couple years ago, and that one was okay, but it's one of those like foundations where like it's so lightweight, and I like a coverage but yet luminous, you know what I mean? So I'm done with the foundation, and what I'm gonna do is I'm going to color correct as well. I will be posting a vlog on my vlog channel, and you can definitely see what I'm gonna be up to. By the time you see this video, I'm probably gonna be in New York already. I'm gonna take the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Concealer, and the reason why I showed it like this is because it ran out of the tube when I did travel recently, and I don't know. But I'm gonna use this brush that came in the BoxyCharm. I think it was last month, and yeah, it was last month, and I'm trying it out like this for the first time, and this is like their own brand, I believe. But yeah, I just wanted to try it out like this. I swear this concealer is the best. Like, this is my favorite under eye like corrector. And then I'm going to just blend out the edges. Now that I did that, I'm going to go back in with the Chanel Soleil Tan de Chanel, and this is a favorite of mine. I couldn't use it over the summertime because it was just blending in with my skin tone and I was a little darker back then. Now I can use it again. I'm going to use this to grab that shade, and it's like a natural kind of contour shade, and it's buildable. So yeah, I'm not setting any goals. I already have goals that I still have to accomplish and achieve, and I feel like that can happen anytime. It doesn't have to just be on New Year's. And also, like, the way I see it is like a lot of people don't start their New Year's resolution until a couple months after New Year's. And I think it's from, like, you know, January being such a slow month for a lot of people and just in general. Okay, I'm going to use the e.l.f. 16 Hour Camo Concealer. And then I'm going to use an oldie but goodie. I haven't tried this in years. This is the NARS Radiant Concealer, but I got it in the shade Vanilla instead of the shade I had before. I believe it was, I don't remember the name of the shade, but it was so like my skin tone color, and I try to use that as an under eye concealer, like a corrector. and it just was like very light coverage. But this one I want to use it as a highlight, and plus it's very creamy. From what I remember, it's a very creamy concealer, and that's something that I should be using instead of like this concealer, which is like very it dries down, and I don't need that, especially for the winter time. And I'm gonna let the concealer sit for a little bit so it can kind of dry down a bit. But I am going to apply cream blush, and I'm gonna be very bold. I'm gonna use this shade right here, and I'm going to be very, very light-handed with this. This is the Moda Studio brushes, and I'm going to pick that blush shade up with that. And then what I'm going to do is, you see how pigmented that is? I'm going to take it from the back of my hand so I can spread that out and shear it out and apply it like that. You see? Oh, that's so pretty. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. And the reason why I'm doing this now, because when I do set the entire face with powder, it's not gonna look right over powder. I don't think so. I never tried it like that, but I just don't want to mess up my makeup that way. Now I'm going to apply a little bit of powder foundation. I know that's kind of extreme, but I like doing this. I'm going to use the one from MAC. This is the Studio Fix Powder Plus Foundation in NW10. And I'm going to apply that under the eyes. Just pat it. Little bit of translucent powder. This is the one from Maybelline. This is in the shade Fair. And I'm going to take a little bit of that and set the under eyes lightly. Now that I set my entire face, I still have a little bit of powder here. Just blend that out nicely. A lot of the stuff that I'm showing you are pretty new. Like this is pretty new that I'm showing on here. The Studio Fix is pretty new. The palette, the concealer is pretty new. And so far I'm really liking the products. And I have a few more items that are pretty new. Like this bronzer that I bought, I showed this in a haul, my Sephora haul. And this is in the shade Casino. It looks a bit shimmery in my opinion. Maybe it's just me, I don't know. But I am going to use this. And I'm using the Morphe E51 brush. So let's see how pigmented this is. Ooh, okay. You see that? Oh my god, my hairs are out of control. I'm gonna bronze up here, but this is more contour. Just to give me like that effect of like a smaller cheekbone. Even though I don't need to, but I still like to do it. Yeah, so far it's pretty good. I like it. It did give me a nice color. And let me just blend this out a little bit. Okay. I'm gonna use this new blush that Fenty Beauty came out with. And this is pretty strong, but I'm gonna try it. This is in the shade Ruby Riches. And I mean, Akia Joy talked about it. That's why I picked it up. So let's see. I know it has shimmer, but it's okay. That's pretty. I mean, it's very nice for the holidays and that rosy cheeks. And I'm gonna tone it down with the sponge. And then for highlights, I'm using this by NARS. I found this at TJ Maxx for $7.99. And ooh, I feel like I have a hair. I'm gonna be using this highlighter from NARS. So I'm going to use this highlighter, and it has like some gold in there. Like, hopefully the camera could focus on this. You see? Oh, that's pretty. That's pretty. It's like a nice little beam. Maybe if I build it up. Ooh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I like this highlighter. So pretty. Like, it looks very white in the pan, but like you can see there's some pink in there, like very faint of pink. Oh, I can't describe this shade. It's called Albatross. And this sounds very, very familiar, like from back in the day. Oh my god, my nails look horrible. Contour my nose. This is the 6 Plus angled eyeshadow brush. I'm gonna use that to shape my nose. Now I'm going to set my makeup with a little bit of the Illuminating Primifying Dewy Glow by Catrice, and I'm going to use my little fan to air it out a little bit before it dries down completely. For my waterline, I'm going to be going in with a white eyeliner. I'm going to be using the MAC Eye Kohl Crayon in Fascinating. And this is just going to be giving me a pop in my waterline. And now I'm going to dust a little bit of Storm Dust in the lower lash line. And then with the PC22 brush from Peaches and Cream, I'm going to take that Lucid Dream shade and dust that underneath. And going in with a single shadow from another collection. This is the single shadows from Kalon Kosmetics, and I will be taking the shade Pearl into the inner tear duct area. I'm going to pop some mascara on the lower lash line area. So I'm going to be going in with this lip liner by Kylie Cosmetics. This was some like bundle that I got a while back ago. It came like in a little Christmas thing ornament to put on your tree, and it came with this lip liner, and this is in the shade Mary. I'm going to take this new liquid lipstick from Dose of Colors. They came out with 4 new shades with BoxyCharm, and you can get them on the website now, on like Dose of Colors website. This is in the shade Date Night, and it's a matte liquid lipstick, and I feel like this is perfect for this look. You can go with a neutral lip if you want to, but I'm gonna go in with this one. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching my talk through makeup tutorial on trying new products and some old products. Let me know in the comments down below if you like this look. I adore this look. I love it with the red lip. I felt like it tied everything up. The look itself, I love the eyes. It's something that I just came up with by looking at the palette. So I'm glad I created this look with the palette. And let me know in the comments down below if you want to see more looks using the Celestial Thunder palette. Give this video a thumbs up if you like this look. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I would love to have you part of this family. If you have Instagram, definitely give me a follow. I would love to have you there as well, and I post a lot on there, and I post some pretty good stuff there too, so definitely follow me on there. I have a second one, a personal one, if you want to follow me on there too. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.